You're fired.
Oh, no! We suck again!
So I guess that's it, man. We are officially 2 days into NBA free agency, and all the major chess players are off the board. And it's kind of, it's a shame, man. I guess the Lakers just have to do with some maybe C plus role players, and, that'll be it for the season. And it's kind of sad because you had a lot of people who wanted to sit there and get on Lakers supporters for what they had issues with when it came to J.J. Redick signing, right? And then also the Bronny James drafting. But this is exactly why there was an issue. For everybody who was screaming nepotism and why that's such a big deal and why are you tripping? Laker fans did not care about none of that. The main issue was, how does this improve the basketball team? How does this improve you on the floor? Nobody cares about gimmicks. Nobody cares about a father playing with his son. That's all fine and dandy, but it's not fine and dandy when you was a 10th seed last year all year long. When your team sucked ass. When the year before, the same team sucked ass and then got lucky in the playoffs. When the year before that, they didn't even make the playoffs. This team has been getting worse and worse every single year, but nobody calls it out. And then we have time for gimmicks like Bronny James drafting. We have time for J.J. Redick, unexperienced coach hiring. And that's the issue. Because everybody knew, well, how are you going to improve the product on the floor? How are you going to improve it? Oh, we kept hearing Klay Thompson. I mean, okay, that would have been cool, I guess. It's not going to really move the needle, but it would have been, a solid three-point shooter, hopefully. I mean, he had a donut his last game, so who knows? Who else? Paul George? Well, that wasn't coming. And then you got the LeBron James contract signing. And it's really the main reason why the Lakers couldn't make a move is because LeBron is going to get some type of mega max, ultra max deal. And the unfortunate part is he's not worth it, not basketball-wise. On the floor, LeBron James is not a number one. He's not a number two. If anything, he's a 5 or a 4. You'd be lucky to say he could be the third best player on a championship caliber team. And remember, this is what it's all about, championships. Championships or busts. If you want to go max out LeBron and hurt your team and cripple him, I guess that's what LA's doing, bro. And that's the sad part because there's reports of him being some diva about it. Who I'll take a pay cut for, who I won't take a pay cut for, as if he has some type of options to begin with. Like motherfucking players, like NBA players are just sitting there waiting around like, I hope he'll take a pay cut for me. No, they're just going to go somewhere else. They don't got time for that diva shit. That's the sad part about it. They don't got time for that. Man, I'm going to keep moving. And that's how the business works. He shouldn't even be in position to where he can just decide what pay cuts, this, that, and the third. You should have just offered him a contract, and then if he didn't accept it, he didn't accept it. Honestly, shouldn't have offered him one to begin with. Anyway, the product on the floor, as we know, is going to be garbage as hell. We're going to see a trash team. And honestly, we could pretty much predict what's going to happen. They're going to go somewhere around, 3-7 or 4-6 the first 10 games, be under 500. Everybody's going to talk about how all hell's breaking loose and all the players that the Lakers picked up are trash. It's everybody else's fault but LeBron. AD sucks. Austin Reeves ain't Reeving no more. This, that, and the third. And then they'll figure it out by game 24, and all of a sudden they'll be on a roll, hovering around 500, right? And then after that, it'll be close to the All-Star break, and now all of a sudden we got to make all these trades. They're going to trade a bunch of bum-ass players for some more bum-ass players, and then everybody in the media is going to act like, yippee, yippee, the Lakers are saved. Oh, they figured it out. They can make a push for the playoffs. And then they're going to make some type of push for the playoffs. And they're either not going to make the playoffs, but let's say they do make the playoffs, right? So you make the playoffs, and then they'll probably go home in the first or maybe the second round. And then everybody says it's Anthony Davis and everybody else's fault but LeBron James. Does that sound about right? I can tell you that that's what's most likely going to happen because that's what's been happening. It's been the same thing. LeBron's been on this team for 7 years, if you guys haven't noticed. We've been watching the same song and dance. There's nothing new under the sun. So with that being said, this is what we're going to have to deal with. But if I was being honest with you, I don't even think the Lakers are going to make the playoffs. I don't think they'll make it. They're in the West. I mean, Dallas just got Mavs just picked up Clay. They're gonna get better. You got OKC getting developing and getting older. You got all these other teams that didn't even make the playoffs last year, like the Golden State Warriors and the Sacramento Kings. I mean, when you really look at it, these teams are going to get better. The younger teams are going to get better. The Spurs, you got to look out for them. This Victor Wembanyama's second year. He might get them in playoff contention. You really think the Lakers are going to make the playoffs when they was hovering around the freaking 10th seed all year? Yeah, keep dreaming, bro. That's the sad part about it. And that's exactly why the Laker fans had issues with Bronny James. It wasn't about nepotism, none of that other stuff. It was literally, this makes us worse as a basketball team. It makes you worse to have J.J. Redick as your coach. We can see that. We've been seeing it. This is nothing new. What are you going to do to make the team better? So free agency hits, and what happens? They've done nothing. You have, allegations. Let's talk about Brook Lopez and that trade that they won, or DeMar DeRozan. They moving the needle, bro. DeMar DeRozan is a great, solid player. Don't get me wrong. But can he work around LeBron holding the ball all day? Brook Lopez, great center, solid center, getting old. I think he averaged like 12 points a game last year. He's regressed. Still getting the same minutes. It got worse last year. You want to get that type of player, make a trade, which means you're trading draft picks, right? More assets for the future for a player like that. And then they're going to overhype it. They're going to talk about it like it's like as if we just signed Kobe. They're going to hype up Brook Lopez like we picked up Steph Curry or something. And then the reality is he's just going to be another solid role player who's not going to really get good shine because he's playing with LeBron. It is what it is, man. You guys let me know what y'all think. Also, you got to take into account the fact that Bronny James, I predict, is probably going to get like 25 minutes a game. For all y'all thinking he might get 5 minutes or so, Bron is going to make sure, and he's going to tell J.J. Redick to play his boy. Just like, remember LeVar was talking all that talk? Oh, but now you actually got a player that has his son that's on the team with him. Bronny's going to be getting like 20, 25, 30 minutes, bro. Making the product on the floor ass as hell. But y'all let me know in the comment section, man, how many minutes y'all think Bronny's going to get? And also, what do you think about free agency so far and the non-moves that Lakers have made? And what do you guys think about next season? Are you guys upset about the product and the fact that the product on the floor looks like it's going to be getting worse? Just do tell me in the comment section, man, and I'm up out of here. Thanks for watching.